my channel, and yes, for today's video, I'm obviously doing a Ouija talk because it's Ouija Wednesday. Also, I did my makeup for once for a video, so I thought now would be an appropriate time to do a Ouija talk. What I want to say about this one, yes, I'm going to tell you guys life-saving things you honestly didn't know about the Ouija board, and I don't care what rules you've looked up, what tips you've looked up about the Ouija board. I don't care if you've watched like a gazillion other people make just basic rules of the Ouija board. Nobody is going to tell you what I am about to tell you. And these things, I think, are a lot more serious than people realize. And I'm going to explain why these things are so important to the Ouija board, because I know it's like October time. So I expect, you know, the stores are obviously selling Ouija boards. People are more likely to use them. I'm about to tell you guys 6 things that you didn't know that can act, not that they're going to save your life, but it can make you be more aware to protect you using a Ouija board, which, if that falls, I swear I'm going to scream in this video. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to tell you guys my 6 life-saving facts that you didn't know about the Ouija board, and I'm doing this on like a perfect night because there's thunderstorms, and yeah, what better time to get terrified than right now. But the first life-saving fact, tip, whatever you want to call it on the Ouija board, is that women are more vulnerable when they're using the Ouija board compared to men. Now, I know that might sound weird, maybe like, what are you talking about? Basically, in the Wicca religion, it tends to be majority of like that religion is females. I don't know if you want to call it a religion or a culture, but like I'm not like in that, so I can't tell you specifically, but I do know it tends to be more along the lines of females, like anything witchcraft wise. It's majority of the time it's more female stuff, which witchcraft, unfortunately, not all, I'm not saying like all witchcraft is bad entirely, but like the black magic part, it relates to Satan, that tends to be more women. So that's kind of how women are always more vulnerable to the Ouija board. Not to mention, even in our society, men always dominate over women. In the Bible and stuff, men are more dominant over women. Like, just even like, mostly just saying it religion-wise, not like hating on any religions, because obviously, like, I do have a religion, and like, I believe in God. But yeah, women are more vulnerable as a whole, and what that means is if you're a female using the Ouija board and you're with a group of males, you are more vulnerable to getting, whether a spirit gets attached to you or possessed to you, you're way more vulnerable than them. So if you are doing like the Ouija board, I wouldn't want to be like the only female. I'd want to have like at least one other one, so your chances of getting a spirit attached to you are less likely if it goes wrong. If you're a female, definitely be extra careful using the Ouija board. Number 2. If you were thinking about being abstinence and you were thinking about using the Ouija board, well, you may want to stay abstinence because virgins actually are more protected using the Ouija board, or they have like a shield of protection. Now, what I mean by that is, in the eyes of God, if you are a virgin, you are pure. I'm not saying like you're going to hell if you're not a virgin. Let me just put that out there right now before someone's like, oh my god, I'm going to hell. Oh my god, I can't use a Ouija board. No, you can use a Ouija board, but if you're a virgin, basically, you're more safe because you have that purity in the eyes of God. If you're a virgin and people are making fun of you for it and you want to use a Ouija board, well, think again, because you're more likely to be safe than them. And by virgin in the eyes of God, that is having no sexual intercourse whatsoever. Like none, nothing. Number 3. If you are in the same room as a group of people using the Ouija board, you have just as equal of a chance of having a spirit get attached to you as the people using the board. Because I know like sometimes like if you're like with a group of friends and like let's say a few of them decide to use a Ouija board and like, you know, you always get that one person like, whoa man, I ain't about to do that, I ain't about to get possessed up in here. Actually, well, 1, you can't get possessed like that unless like Satan is coming to you through the Ouija board, and 2, if you're in the same room as the people, because there's spirits in the room with those people and you're not exactly spiritually strong, or however you want to say it, you just as equally have a chance to get attached to or possessed. Like, granted, the people using it have a higher chance. That doesn't mean you have no chance of getting possessed, or not possessed, but like having a spirit get attached to you. Number 4, this is actually a big one I don't think a lot of people know. The longer you play the Ouija board, the more powerful a spirit gets. Now, this one might be more obvious than the other ones, because usually if you watch any sort of a Ouija session, or even if you've done one before, when you start to use the Ouija board, it takes a while to get it started, but then when it does, like, the planchette moves really slow. But then, over time, the longer you play it, the faster the planchette gets. The reason being why planchettes get faster is because the spirit's gaining more power. which if you have an evil spirit, when they start gaining more power like that, you want to try to keep, not to like keep the session like short, sweet, and to the point, but you don't want it to drag out too long, because it can make a spirit more powerful where then they will be able to escape the board. And that's sometimes even how, with saying goodbye and all that, sometimes spirits escape the board just because of the fact that people play it too long. Number 5, and this one I feel like not a lot of people really know, but never ever give a spirit your name. Like, if you're using the Ouija board, like, try to talk to each other in code names. Never give a spirit your actual name. And the reason being is, it's basically like if I went up to someone and just handed them my social security card. You are literally giving them control over your life. Like, let's say I'm trying to describe a serial killer to someone. If I have a name to go with the face, it makes it way easier for me to report it than if I'm just trying to describe someone. That's how a spirit sees it. It's like, alright, I have a body, I have the name for the body, now I can get into the body. So, never mention your name to a spirit, like on the spirit board, anywhere. I don't care how you're trying to talk to a spirit. Never give them your name. And lastly, number 6, never have a negative energy around the spirit board. And what I mean by this, try to be happy and positive, because spirits, one thing they thrive off of for attachment is negativity and people being like if you're depressed a lot, or you get angry easily, or you're sad all the time, or if you're scared, never show fear using the Ouija board. When you do those things, it automatically, like, negative emotions is like basically putting your body in a weaker state, which makes a spirit more likely to attach themselves to you. So if you're ever around a Ouija board, or if you're just really depressed, it's going to make them more likely to attach themselves. Those are my 6 hopefully life-saving tips that you probably didn't know about the Ouija board. I'm pretty sure people like haven't really talked about these things. Like, I'll watch so many videos of people talking about the Ouija board. Like, you gotta look in depth to get that information. But hopefully this helps you guys out if you plan on using the Ouija board this Halloween. Like, maybe this either influenced you to not use the Ouija board, or just things to be more aware of when you are using the Ouija board. That's all I got for this video, so give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it and want more Ouija talks. Granted, I'm going to be doing them every Wednesday for the rest of this month and all that, but, you know, still give it a thumbs up if you want more after this month. And comment down below if you knew these rules, if you didn't know these rules, or, you know, your questions on the Ouija board, like, you know, whatever you feel like commenting down below that's not negative, because we don't want negative energy. And subscribe, because I'm making new videos every single day for this month, so definitely be subscribed. And check out my Instagram at HorrorLover13, because that's where I'm posting my special effects every single day. And of course, you want to check out my website, cleanuphorror.com, where I post everything horror, in case you're not getting enough horror on this channel, which I really hope you are, considering it's October and I'm posting a horror video every single day. But that is it. So until next time, bye guys, and just remember, always say goodbye.